What if I told you that 95% of American children and over 68% of adults are deficient in one of the most critical nutrients for brain development and function? And most families have no idea. Today, we're diving deep into omega-3 fatty acids, and not just why everyone needs them, but the surprising benefits that happen when you actually get adequate amounts from high-quality sources. Because here's what most people might not realize. That cheap fish oil in the drugstore isn't doing what you think it is. And the consequences of omega-3 deficiency go way beyond what most parents realize. I'm Dr. Will, family wellness chiropractor, and I've been helping families unlock their God-given healing potential for over a decade. And today we're talking about omega-3s, the essential fatty acids that your body cannot make on its own, and that most families are critically deficient in, and why getting the right amount and the right one could be one of the most important health decisions you actually make for you and your family. So by the end of this video, you'll understand why your child's focus issues might actually be linked to a fat deficiency, why plant-based omegas don't work the way you've been told, and the specific ratios of EPA to DHA that can actually make a measurable difference in your family's health. Because here's what the research shows. Adequate omega-3 levels don't just prevent problems. They actively enhance brain function, reduce inflammation, and support healthy development in ways that most parents never experience because they're working with inadequate amounts. So let's start with a number that should terrify every parent. 95% of American children do not get enough omega-3s to meet their basic nutrient needs. According to a comprehensive study published in BMJ Open, over 2/3 of U.S. adults and 95% of children have low blood serum levels of the key omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA. We're not talking about a small segment of the population. We're talking about almost everyone. The average American gets maybe 100 to 150 milligrams combined of the two per day from their food. But optimal studies suggest that we need upwards of 1,000 milligrams a day. And that's not a small gap, that's a canyon. So imagine your brain is a high-performance car engine and omega-3s are the premium gasoline that it needs to run smoothly. Most families are running on an empty tank, wondering why the engine's knocking and performance is suffering. Scientists measure something called the omega-3 index, the percentage of omega-3s in your red blood cell membranes. Optimum levels are somewhere between 8 and 11%, and most Americans test between 2 and 4. But before we start talking about the solution to the problem, we need to understand what omega-3s actually do in your body because the benefits go way beyond what most people realize. Most parents think that omega-3s are just good for you in some vague way. And the reality is they're much more specific and much more dramatic. Your brain is about 60% fat, which explains a few people in your life. And DHA, the key omega-3, makes up about 25% of that brain's fat content. During pregnancy and the first 2 years of life, DHA is literally building your child's brain structure. Research published in multiple neuroscience journals shows that DHA is essential for proper neuronal development, retinal function, and immune system development. And children with higher levels of DHA consistently show better cognitive performance, learning ability, and behavioral outcomes. EPA, the other crucial omega-3, is like your brain's inflammation firefighter. Studies have shown that EPA is particularly important for mood regulation, for reducing anxiety and depression, and supporting overall mental health. And so here's something that will blow your mind. Children with ADHD consistently show lower omega-3 blood levels than kids without attention issues. Some studies have even found that omega-3 supplementation can help improve focus and reduce hyperactivity, sometimes almost as effectively as medication, but without the extreme side effects. Think of your brain like a house under construction. DHA provides the materials, the lumber, and the framework. EPA is the maintenance crew that keeps everything running smoothly and repairs damage as it happens. Without adequate amounts of both, you're building a house with substandard materials and no plan for maintenance. And this isn't just about kids. Adults with optimal omega-3 levels show better memory, better reduced risk of cognitive decline, lower inflammation markers, and even reduced risk of depression and anxiety. So we know that omega-3s are crucial. But here's where most people get confused. Not all omega-3s are created equal. I hear this all the time in the office. Dr. Will, I eat flax seeds and chia seeds, so I'm getting plenty of omega-3s. The fact is there's three types of omega-3 fatty acids. There's ALA, which is the one that's found in plants, flax seeds, chia seeds, nuts. There's also EPA, which is marine-based, and this is the anti-inflammatory powerhouse. And then there's DHA, which is also marine-based, but this one is more specific for brain and eye development. Your body can theoretically convert plant-based ALAs into EPA and DHA for the body to use, but the catch is the conversion rate isn't so great. Studies show that even under optimal body conditions, less than 5% of that ALA gets converted into EPA and less than 0.5% gets converted to DHA. A comprehensive review of plant-based omega-3 conversion published in several journals found that even people consuming high amounts of ALA rarely achieve the adequate EPA and DHA blood levels without direct marine sources. It's like trying to fill a swimming pool with an eyedropper. Technically, it's possible, but practically useless. Your body is desperately trying to convert that flaxseed oil into omega-3s your brain needs, but it's working with, it's behind the eight ball. This is why algae oil has become such a game changer. It provides EPA and DHA directly, the same forms that are found in fish oils, but without the fish. So it's where fish get their omega-3s in the first place. We need a marine-based omega-3. But how do we choose from all the different options flooding the market? Walk into any grocery store and you'll see omega supplements ranging from $5 to $50. And the difference isn't just the price. It's whether you're actually getting something useful or just expensive burps. The four non-negotiables for me: I want to see an EPA and a DHA content and ratio that's relatively high. 1,000 milligrams of fish oil isn't good enough. I want to see 1,000 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined. 500 at bare minimum, 1,000 is a great product. Third-party testing is also important. Fish oil can concentrate toxins like mercury and PCBs and heavy metals. So quality manufacturers actually test most of their batches through independent labs and they will publish their results. If you can't find that, try a different one. Lastly, triglycerides versus ethyl esters. This is technical, but it matters. The natural triglyceride form is absorbed 3 times better than the cheaper ethyl ester form. So look for labels that specifically brag about triglyceride form or natural form. And finally, omega-3s, because they're fats, eventually do go rancid. So look for dark labels, maybe refrigerated storage, and recent manufacture days. If it tastes fishy, it's probably oxidized and not the best for you. For families wanting something other than fish oil, look for a high-quality algae oil. This is going to provide EPA and DHA in similar amounts in the same bioavailable forms and sometimes even better purity than the fish oil. Research supports that 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day combined EPA DHA for adults, with children needing proportionately less based on their body weight, and most people are taking about a quarter of what the studies show is effective. Now, you might be thinking, can't I just eat more fish and skip the supplement? And I'm always food first, but here's the reality check about most omega-3s from food alone. To get 1,500 milligrams of EPA DHA daily, you'd need to eat 6 to 8 ounces of fatty fish like salmon or mackerel or sardines every single day. Now, some people are all about this, most are not. Here's some food sources that actually work. Wild-caught salmon has about 1,200 milligrams per 3.5 ounce serving. Sardines, about 1,400 milligrams. Mackerel, 1,500 milligrams. Anchovies are about 1,200 milligrams. And most families might manage this at 2 or 3 days a week. And that covers maybe 30% of what you need. But that leaves a significant gap that supplementation is probably going to fill. The sweet spot is eating omega-3 rich fish maybe 2 or 3 days a week, plus a high quality supplement to help bridge that gap. That gives you the synergistic benefits of whole foods, plus the consistency that a supplement can provide. I believe that when God put us together, He didn't make mistakes. You are designed to be healthy. He provided these nutrients in creation, and He also gave us wisdom to use the best tools available to support our bodies the way that He designed. Here's what you need to remember. 95% of kids and 68% of adults are omega-3 deficient, and this has serious consequences for their health. Plant-based versions are not effective enough. You need EPA and DHA at some point. Quality of the supplement matters. Look for triglyceride forms, high EPA DHA content, and third-party testing. And combine 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish weekly with a supplement for optimum results. Here's your homework. check your omega-3 intake. If you're not eating fatty fish at least 3 days a week and taking a quality supplement, you're likely deficient. So pick one to start with. Either add more wild-caught fish into your weekly rotation or invest in a high-quality supplement to cover the gap. In supplements, look for at least 500 milligrams combined of EPA and DHA in the triglyceride form from a company that publishes third-party testing. Your brain will thank you. And if you'd like to check out the supplements I personally use for my family and recommend, there's affiliate links below in the description and pinned comment. You'll save at least 10% on your order and help support my coffee cravings. Now, if this tickled your brain in the best way, hit the like and subscribe buttons. My goal here is simple: help families rediscover better health and stay rooted in wellness. And as a thank you for sticking all the way to the end, here's your dad joke. What do you call a fish with no eyes?